Futures trading is either foreign currency or options as well, contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should there only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative for future results. What this all means is basically trade trade with money that you're willing to lose, and don't borrow from friends, family, don't get loans, nothing like that. If you have extra cash you don't mind to spend, kind of like going to the store and just buying a jacket because you feel like want to buy a $300 jacket, for example, right? There's $300 that you could, if you used for trading, and get more money out of it. But only risk what you're willing to lose, basically, is what this comes down to. Hi, welcome to Tech Slap Trading. I'm going to slap some trading stuff into your face. So, um, anyways, this little, this right here, notice how it goes above the green line? I just don't like that. Oh, here we go. Capacity, maybe? Ah, that'll work. All right, so when it goes above the line, the green line, and then comes back down, that was the get in, and it goes back down. This is like a double bottom, so more times than not, you want to get out here. Looks like that's another get in right there. What time is it? 9? Well, dang. Well, it is on an uptrend. Yeah, I'd rather wait till it's going down. Another thing you want to do is right here. Notice how this is going, it comes down, so you're looking for shorts. Whereas over here, you're looking for longs. But even though you only want to look for longs if this is going up and this green line is above this red line. That's the only way. That's the only. Um, you want to stick to that technically. If it's below the red line, you want to look for shorts, but you don't want to short when the green line's pointing up. So you want the green line to point down like this and below the red line. I can copy this, right? So you want green. Well, that's kind of weird. And below the red. So you want this green line to be below the red and pointing downwards. And here's another one, right? Wow, you can't we can't even get it right on it. Whatever. I suck at this stuff. Well, anyways, there's that. There's another get in, apparently. I got in here. I got out there, but then it went down and came back up, and then as you can see, it came all the way back up. Now, here's another one. It went up, it went up and then came back down. That looks like the next get in when it came back down below the line. But it stayed up apparently and it came back down a little bit. And then you'd be in right now. However, this line right here is pointing upwards. So if that's pointing up, even though it's below the red, I'd stay out. If you want to get in, technically you could because it went above the red line, it came back down below the red line, so technically you can, but I'd rather have it be more in my favor. Now you're I just I noticed that this one came above the green and then came back down, which signifies a good short, especially when it's below this baseline. However, it went against you. So just to let you know that the strategy doesn't work 100% of the time, but so far, if it worked one, two, and failed once here, because the line's still going down, right? Here, you wouldn't even get in, to be honest, because of this. Now, if you take out the ruler, you get in here. Let's say you get out here. I got out there, but let's say you waited till it hits the RNS line. That would have made you nine points. 9 times 5. This is on the macros, so this, it's $45. That would have made you 45 bucks right there. This is on the macro. If you're on the regular, the minis, you would have 450 bucks right now. And then here, I got in here, even though it wasn't really. Oh, the reason why I got on here is because of this. The line, as soon as this candle formed, the line went boop, and it was right here when it did it. It went up, of course, against me, but then it came back down. I was just testing something out here, so it's not technically my my forte, but oh, also, yeah, I forgot about that. Um, this, well, anyways, let's say you got in here, I got out here, but let's say it went down and it came back up. I got out here before it went down, but then it goes down and then goes back up. If it goes down and it comes back up, more times than not, you want to get out. If you want to stay in, yes, you looked out and you got more money here. But more times than not, if it goes down and it comes back up, it'll start going back up this direction. It eventually did here, but it didn't do it on the next candle, but it did it on the two candles over. Anyways, I would have brought you another 3 points, so that's another $15 on top of your 45. The mm, I'm on the 5 minutes. Um, this big old drop. Oh, that's another thing I was going to tell you. Show you. If I use a vertical line, you you know what? This would probably be better. A region between, I would say maybe 825 to 845. I'd I'd stay out. Always stay out around 8:30. Most of the time you could if you're in a trade somewhere over here, get out. I would get out before 8:25. If you're so technically this trade right here would have never taken place. And this trade would have never taken place because you stayed out between 8:25 and 8:45. So technically delete that and delete that. you're still in a downtrend here, technically. Um, so that was a good point. And this is before the 8:30 mark. After 8, something happened at 7:30. It just dropped like a rock all of a sudden, and it goes up. Now here, what I would do is it's still within 8:45. Yeah, technically 8:45-ish. You could get in, you could get out, but I would wait till the 8:45-ish stops and then see where the next one goes. If it continued down, hmm, I would wait for it to come back up above the line first, and then come back down. That, yeah, that's a really hard decision there, isn't it? Hmm, it's really it's tricky. Well, anyways, yeah, whatever. Technically, red window, stay out between that time frame because you'll see it go all over the place within that time frame. After the 8:45, you could wait for your next one. See what this does. This is your RNS line. The reason why I drew that, because if you take this, you go back to the hour chart. These are trades that I've taken um, 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday morning, whatever. I think it was like, yeah, something like that, yesterday. I put this line here because it's the bottom of this. If you got in at 7, if you're watching the stocks at 7, this hasn't even formed yet, right? So in this case, your stop would technically be there. And technically, that's where you got. But I got in at 8, so this was already there. But let's say it didn't. Technically, you'd put the on the top of whatever here, and the highest high and the lowest low, and then you go back to your 5 minute chart, whatever. To be honest, I was taught to use the 2, but after getting in and out so many times, it's kind of, it's hard for me because it goes up. It stopped up here. Yeah, great. You technically, if you wait till it's finished down below, you'd get in here. It goes against you, and you're like, as long as it doesn't go above the line, you should stay in, right? And it goes back down, and you're like, cool. But then it comes up here, you get out here. So instead of making 9 points, you get in here and you get out there, you now make 4 points. And you've had it come against you a little. So you go back up here, stop below here. It came back here, stopped, and as soon as it stopped here and this one started, that was your get in. But then it comes back against you. That's why I hate the 2 minutes. If you stay away, if you just like on the 2 minutes, if you just focus on just the line itself, you get in and you don't care if it comes back against you a little bit. As long as it doesn't come back across this line, you stay in, right? But then look at this one. How do you know? It has to cross the line and it has to form like this one did. This one comes across the line, you're like, oh crap. But you're still in a downtrend because of this little down section, and it comes back down. Now, as soon as the other one comes back, starts coming back up, that's a get out more times than not. Sometimes it goes up a little bit, probably touches it here, and then continues down. And look here, it did kind of, but it went above the line. So you technically get in here, get out there is the philosophy, right? But as you can see, if you did that, you would lose money because this is a little bit higher than this. 2 minutes is too hard for me, but if you're lucky, then yeah, go ahead. 10 minutes, a lot of people use 10 minutes apparently. This is what it looks like. Here, it's been below this residual line the whole entire time. This looks like a get it because it came back up to the RNS line, which is the residual and strength, I think. And here it touches the green line, so this looks like a get in because it touched the green and came back down. But this, why does it do that? It's weird. Anyways, you would get in here, and as soon as it came half a candle, half of this you'd get out. So you'd get in, goes up here, comes back down, starts going red a little bit, or comes back up here. Yeah, I guess so. Or you can just wait till it finishes, I guess. But I would like probably get in there and then get out there. That's 5 points, one less point. And then it came back up here. It went above the RNS. So if it comes back below, which it kind of did here, it kind of looks like it, but you have to wait for it to finish. And it comes back up. This one touches the green right here. That might be a short there. But I'm going to go back to the 5 minutes. I was just showing you the 60 minutes. You find the high is high, low is low. Go back to your time frame, whatever that may be. I'm just trying out this 5 minute time frame. I'm just curious. So far it goes up a little bit slanted here, up. So it's all in an uptrend. But if you want to get in on this, you can. But technically, it's still in a downtrend overall. The the red line is down. Granted, the green line's going up, but and it may continue going up. Who knows? I I like to get in when it's more in my favor. So two key things: green line above the red. I mean green line. If it's below the red line, look for shorts. If it's above the red line, look for longs. It's still below the red line, so I'm still looking for shorts. The if it's pointing up but below the red line, don't get in unless it's pointing down. If it's above the red line, same scenario. If it's pointing down, don't get in. Only get in if it's pointing up, and that's if it's above the red line. Here, the only reason why this went up is because of this. It goes up, and this probably followed it, but it didn't finish. Finished below the green. If it would have kept going up here, that would have been a get in, but it dropped like a rock. Wow. Empty to see. Da, 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 da. I'm listening to music as I play this game. It's not a, it's not a game. That's a, well, I'm trading. So let me delete these things. Delete, delete, delete. I'm just trying out the 5 minutes. Technically, when I look at it again, since this is like the RNS line, it came back above the RNS line, it stopped, it came back, tested the line, came back, and it came back up, right? This one came back, tested a line, came back above it, stayed green. This one touched the line but didn't come below it. It started coming up. This might actually be a good. Looks like it was a good buy, right? Yeah, if you just trade the RNS line only, a lot of people do that. Just these two lines right here, this one and this one. So, and this is based off of before it turns 7 o'clock in the morning. Hmm, that does look like a good short here, but I didn't get in until like 8, 8:10ish, 8 maybe. Yeah, because this is my first trade. I saw it go above the screen line, and it came back down. I was like, oh, that's a short, and I shorted it, and I made $30, $35. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for the Patreon nudge. This helps me do some more trading videos. This is my first one. So I'm just having a little bit of fun. I need your love. Y'all can't hear the song. If y'all want to hear the songs that I listen to, I guess I could add them to the video. I listen to some weird songs. Hmm. Now this is an interesting little concept. Now look at it. The green line's above the residual, the RNS line. Still below the red line, but it's touching on the red line. If it keeps continuing down, that as soon as it crosses the red line and solidifies, yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if I should wait till it solidifies or wait to the not wait till the candle finishes. It depends. It, it always depends on the situation, apparently, because let's say the next one comes below the red, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to wait till it finishes. It just keeps going down. Oh, I'm just going to wait till it finishes. It just keeps coming down, and then it comes back up a little bit, and then it finishes here, and you're like, okay, cool. And you get in. Now you're way the hell down here, and the line's way up here. You want to trade as close to the line as possible, because like right here, if you got in here, yeah, it would have worked a little bit, and then come back up, and then your profits would have suffered for it. The closer you are to the line, the better. But I probably wait till it does finishes, wait till it comes back up to the line, cross the line like this, and comes back down. Splendid move. I got out here, of course, because I guess I could have stayed in and made some more money, but whatever. It is what it is. I want to get in and out. That was actually 6 points right there. So they technically you would only have one trade. I traded here just to test some, test out. And the reason why I got out here because I kept going back and forth constantly right in here. It just kept going back, up, down, up, down, up, down. I was like, you know what? Screw this. I get out, and then as soon as I get out, then it went back down here. I'm like, and then that's when I punch somebody in the stomach and say, screw you. And then it comes back up. You're like, oh my bad. I take it back. Looks like got out of the right at the right spot. And then all of a sudden the next one goes down. You're like, mother. That happens to me so many times. Okay, this looks like it could be a short. I don't watch the markets. I don't watch any news. To me, it's um, I just look at what the price is doing. See, if I would have followed my rules, I would have stayed out in general. But I didn't follow my rules. Look, look, look! It came below. It came below. Crap. We got about. That's one thing I like about this chart, though. It tells you the time remaining. So I got about 4 minutes almost. But see, that's a hard decision, isn't it? I just don't know if it. I kept it here, this RNS line versus down here, because I guess I can move this because it's not that big of a difference up there. Because I had it here due to this guy, and technically it goes down, comes back up. As soon as it started going back up this way and cross the green line, if you had it down here, that would have been a great get in, but it'd be a counter trade because this is going down and it's below the red. Counter trades can work, as you can see. Crap. Well, let's see. What about let's get in? Well, dang. As soon as I thought I might get in, it just it just dropped down like dramatically just a sec. This is what I'm talking about. You want should you wait for the candle to freeze, end, or do you want to get in as soon as it crosses? I guess you could after the first 2 minutes, depending on where it's at. So you got 2 minutes remaining. Okay, it's still below after with 2 minutes remaining. You technically could get in, I guess. So let's try that. Let's try that philosophy out. No, it's going back up. Yep, it's in this case. I guess you could wait till the candle finish. Do 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 do. But I like to get in right at the lines. So you know what? I could do that. I could just go ahead and short it. here because it's kind of at the line, the RNS line, but the green and the red are touching. It's technically, you know what? I'll follow my rules and see how much I lose out on. If I miss this trade, I miss it because I've got in trades thinking it was going to go be good because I was anxious just like I am now. I get in and it goes against me so many times because I just didn't stick to my guns. This time I'm going to stick to my guns. And it looks like got 13 seconds. If it finishes off here, it'll technically be below this artist line from before 7 o'clock. And there it is. So let's sell market. I heard something. See, 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 see. Goes against me. Na, 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 but as long as it stays below the RNS line, so far as it. Whoa, that's 4 points? Dang. I don't have a whole lot of money, dude. No, 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 no. This is why you want to stay. Yeah, this is exactly why you want to wait till it comes back up across the line and then goes below the line. Exactly why. So far it's against me 5 points. So technically, this is where you want to get in when it comes back up to the line, technically. Yeah, I'm gonna get out, so I'll take this loss. That's um, that's a huge loss, actually. Pretty devastating for me. It's like 35 bucks, but that's a lot for me. Most professional traders, they're like, that's nothing. I trade thousands and lose thousands and gain thousands, and I'm like, good for you. I'm proud. I'm proud of you. You're doing awesome. You're doing great. I just don't have that much equity. And some people, what they'll tell you to do, so I'll just delete this RNS line. No, don't delete that one. This one will come back up here to where I had it. I guess I could put it up there. And technically what people will do is they're like, okay, you put your get in below, like right, if you're up here, you put your get in here, and then you want to put your get out up here, and then because if it goes against you up there, and you want to get, because if it goes against, If it goes above this, you want to get out because a lot of times it'll come back up, get close to it, and then come back down. And then you want to get in or get out, take your profits at about either at the RNS sign, right above it, or below the RNS sign. I would probably put it right there. So technically, you're like, okay, cool. You get in here, you put your get in here. It comes down, it gets you in. So far, you're in the profit margin, right? Your get out's way the hell up here. However, it went against you about 5 points. See, I got out, I lost money, and it goes back down. Oh shit, there's my. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was too busy doing something else. It goes above the line and came back down. Oh, dang it, I missed it. How many minutes are left? 1 second? Cool. If you want to do revenge training or whatever, I guess you could just um, get in there. And then if it goes below it, stay in, right? If it goes above this, and not technically you would probably set it up here, but me personally, probably right above this candle. Na, 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 Oh, that's right. The last leg was pointing upwards, isn't it? So, but that looks like a great trade, though. It really does, even though this is not part of my strategy. So technically, you want to wait till it points downwards first before going short, technically. If you, because that's my strategy. This below that, pointing downwards, not the last one pointing downwards, not the last one pointing upwards. And because that's a hammer. So to me, hammer swings this way. So it could be an uptrend. I just wished it would swing this way. That'd be cool. Um, looks like I might lose some money here, but it's below the line. The lines are touching. It's kind of coming down. Now the next one, if it stays below, this should start pointing downwards, and that would be the entry. So cold. It's going against me. That's another. This. So, like I said, I got in here. It's right there. I'm still negative 1.7. What 1.7? So it's like 1.7 ticks, something like that. 2 points, 3 points, 3.7. Okay, I'll get out. Screw it. I'll take the loss. So far, because I made this 6 point move over here, and thanks for this 2 or 3 points here, I'm only at negative $4 right now because of these bad trades here. Because I didn't follow my rules. See, you need to make your rules. Everybody's rules are different. These are just my rules that I should follow. Y'all may have different rules, but that's just the rules I follow. Green, if it's below the red, then get in. Go short. If green's below the red and it's pointing down, go short. Actually, there's three rules, isn't there? Green below red, pointing down, and it comes back above the green and then come back down. Sometimes it'll come all the way up like this above the red and then come back down, and that would be a short. However, this came up, so I probably would just stick with the green above the red, come back down, whatnot. So far, I guess it's well, see, it went above the red, came back down, but it's still showing this as it here, so that's it's not pointing downwards. And you're probably like, oh, I don't care. Well, look what happened to me. I lost money because I didn't stick to it. Dang. It's been 45 minutes since I started the recording. I don't even know when I started the recording. Was it at 9? Oh, that's cool. If it did, that's awesome. Now, I like to notice how I kept losing money and stuff, and I like to get better myself. I'm not a professional trader, by the way, so I'm just I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. If you're interested about the lines, technically, I guess you can look at the top left corner of the screen and find out what they are. But if you want me to tell you what they are, I guess, huh? Well, since I'm putting it underneath my Patreon account, I guess I could tell y'all, because y'all are paying the $100, right? So, hmm. All right. So this is the Mama. If you click here, notice how both of them highlight with these little bitty dots. I thought you could grab these dots, for example, and kind of drag them around, but not really. But yeah, it's the Mama. So if Mama says short, you short. It's like, well, Mama said, well, yeah, Mama said what? You know, Mama doesn't always say the short. Like, you could have shorted here, and it comes back up against you. But you gotta understand how to read Mama. So, Um, let's see. If I go to this charting stuff, that's not it. This is it. I got all these things. Let's see. The mama. See, it's called mama. I left it at the point 0.5 and a 0.05. I'm not. I kind of messed around with it, but it was. I kind of figured I'll just leave it as is. It just shows 5 minutes here because I'm on the 5 minute chart. Label mama on each tick. Now you can calculate on each bar closed. Could let me see what that looks like. Not much difference. I don't like to do the bar closed because you'll see like this little line that goes it'll start pointing up. Like this one stayed down right on this candle, but since the candle went up, it would have this thing would have went up as well right here. And and you're like, well, I don't really want to stay there. Well, it didn't change, did it? Hmm. Oh, it goes off by the previous bars. Okay. So there's that. And the displacement, 0. All that does is, move it back and forth. Basically, you can keep it default. I kind of changed the coloring to my liking. I was messing with all this other stuff, but oh, there's the bar timer. That gives you this right here. You have to add it apparently. Um, See, there's bar timer right there. I thought that said Acron for a second, or moron. I thought it said moron or Acron or acorn. I don't fucking know. Um, this is the 80. This is the 80, which is this one right there, the 89. I painted it purple and 89 period SMA, simple moving average. I tried so you got simple moving average and you got estimated moving average. The simple, the estimated, there's more turns and stuff. So the estimated, notice how it comes up here and it gradually comes down. Well, simple will look more like this. Like these, there's more movements. Notice how it comes up here really smooth and this one comes up here abruptly. So it's the simple. So I guess Mama uses simple. They don't use average, whatever. Green line's above the red. Price comes below the green. It looked like that was a good short. I mean, buy, doesn't it? Hmm. But it comes below the red. Comes uh, back up against above the red and green. That was the buy here. It did come um, against you here, but then it went back up. And as soon as it engulfed this one, well, this one looks like it engulfed that one too. Dang. This is also at 5 o'clock in the morning. Who's up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Not me. Let's see. Dang. Looks like it's trying to move all this to the upside. I'd stay out. If when the lines are close to each other like that, the green and the red are on top of each other, they stay out, in my opinion. Yeah, you'll miss out on some trades. It may look, oh, look, that looks like a good buy. So let's go ahead and buy that. That was another thing I'm trying out. That as soon as the next candle appears, if it has an uptrend like this, it just skyrocket upwards. Get in. It's just something I'm trying out, seeing how it works. So far, negative 2 points. Dang, negative 3 points. So I just risked $15 just now. Yeah. Negative 4. So I'm risking $20. I've seen this happen a lot to where you want to put your get out at like probably 5 points. So far it went up to 4.4, but then now it's coming back. But technically, yeah, you'd probably put your get out at 5 points. As you can see, I'm not sticking to my plan and I'm losing more money. I know, I said stick to the plan, you'll make more money if you stick to your plan. But so far it's pretty good. I lucked out a little bit. I'm at negative 2 right now still. So far I've technically almost risked $20. Well, I did actually. 25. So 4.4, almost 4.5. I would say about 25 bucks. because 5 is 25. No, 5 times 5 points would be 25. 4 points is 20. So I'll rest about $22, 20 around there. And now I'm positive 1.8. Do, 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 do. 2.3 points, 4 points. Dang, that's actually really good. Now I'm at positive 1 point. So technically, yeah, I've been noticing that quite a bit. It goes, if you get like 4 or 5 points, you're probably better off getting out at that point. If you're willing to, if you're trying to stay in for long term, you could you can risk it and see if you can stay in long term. But for me personally, I should have gotten out at the 4 point mark because it's really really hard to get anything higher than that unless you just happen to get in at the right time. This is taking way too long. Yeah, this is why they say it takes a lot of patience to be a trader. So if you don't like it, you don't have patience, trading's probably not for you, from what I understand. I like trading. I just don't like the wait. I freaking hate the wait. That's why I like to get in out quick and be done for the day. Well, it looks like it's an hour. I'll go ahead and clock out. I'll take whatever profits I have, which is about 1.6 now, and stop there. All right. I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, thanks for coming. Thanks for donating the $100. Uh, Being a Patreon of my account, and it'll definitely help out through the future. Bye bye. How do I turn this off? Oh, there it is.